In addition to the mainland, Korea includes some 3,200 islands. It faces Japan across the East Sea and China across the Yellow Sea. The Republic of Korea, also called South Korea, was established in 1948 and is separated from North Korea by the 38th parallel, a circle of latitude in the northern hemisphere. The name Korea is derived from Korea, a dynasty which ruled in the Middle Ages. Korea's flag symbolizes the yin-yang concept of Asian philosophy. The red and blue circle represents a balance of contrary forces, while the four trigrams symbolizes one of the four universal elements: heaven, earth, fire, and water. Korea is a relatively high mountainous region, with approximately 30% of South Korea consisting of lowlands. Many of Korea's highest mountains are a part of the Taebaek mountain range, with the most famous and picturesque being Soraksan. Located along the Hangang River, Seoul is a teeming metropolis with a population of more than 10 million people. It is an eclectic blend of past and present, a seamless amalgamation of old palaces, city gates, shrines and gardens, with soaring skyscrapers, modern conveniences and bustling traffic. As of 2010, the Republic of Korea's population numbered 48.87 million people, and they have a strong cultural identity. Music and dance play a pivotal role in their lives, and the influence of Western culture has only brought more diversity to an already eclectic spectrum. Groups such as Noriemachi and Just Dance represent this unique blend of the traditional and contemporary. Rice still remains a staple of most Koreans, but among the younger generation, many prefer Western-style food. One half of Koreans practice religion, with Buddhism, Protestantism, and Catholicism being the dominant faiths. Koreans see education as a way to self-fulfillment and social advancement. Middle and elementary schools are free, and as a result, the country enjoys a 100% literacy rate. The national sport of South Korea is Taekwondo, which means the way of foot and hand, a graceful art featuring dynamic high kicks, and have had the pleasure of hosting three major sporting events: the 1988 Olympic Games in Seoul, the FIFA World Cup in 2002, and most recently, the 2011 IWF World Championships in Daegu. As a republic, Korea elects a president by nationwide popular vote. The president serves a single term of 5 years. The country also has a prime minister and a cabinet consisting of between 15 to 30 members. Korea boasts the 15th largest economy and is the 7th largest exporter in the world. It's no surprise, as Korea is the home of some of the world's most successful industries. Their major exports include semiconductors, vessels, and automobiles. Samsung Electronics is the world's largest information technology company and is the creator of one of the world's most popular smartphones, the Samsung Galaxy line. Korea has not kept its wealth to itself and has reached out far beyond its borders to help other countries develop. They do this through bilateral and multilateral assistance through KOICA, the Korean International Cooperation Agency.
I frequently visited and climbed Dunn's River Falls, and I visit Bob Marley Museum, where I learned words of his famous song, No Moment, No Cry. I love Blue Mountain coffee, and ackee and saltfish, jerk pork and jerk chicken are all my favorite dishes. Nothing is fat.
Oh, I love the weather. It's beautiful. And being able to see the ocean from here, it's wonderful. I think you are blessed with beautiful nature.
Though there are clear differences between both countries, Mrs. Lim points out that she sees a similarity in our mutual love of music and performance.
Our K-pop music is spreading throughout the world, and it shows us how much we love music. and how much we love to perform and enjoy life through music.
And the differences?
Well, after the Korean War, Korea overcame the post-war poverty with surprising speed. So this hard-working and high competition led us to live in a speedy pattern. So Koreans tend to be in a hurry all the time. But Jamaica gave me the impression of being relaxed, enjoy life. So it took me some time to get used to let things go along with its own pace and relax myself.
Though diplomatic life offers you the opportunity to experience the world like few other careers can, the challenges facing those in the diplomatic service are real and often hits close to home.
Because of the distance from home, we sometimes miss significant events happening at home. For example, weddings. And we'll be late for funerals. So if you get phone calls in the middle of the night, you tend to get a moment of fright, especially if your parents are old. And there are some challenges for children too. Saying goodbyes and being a new student every 2 to 3 years is not easy. And as they grow older, transferring schools could become overwhelming because of different school education systems and curriculums.
In spite of these challenges, Mrs. Lim says that she and her husband seek to overcome these through family.
By staying strong within families, the children tend to be very close with parents because we're there to help. And all these experiences, although it's hard during the time they're going through, it accumulates and really helps them become stronger in the end. When they go into adulthood, they realize the experiences they had as they grew up actually helps.
Explains.
The role of the embassy is to enhance cooperation and friendship between the countries. We have many things to cooperate in the international community since Jamaica plays a leading role in the Caribbean region. More and more Korean companies are interested in doing business in Jamaica. Korean government has cooperation projects here. We need to strengthen further cultural exchanges. The embassy is involved in all the major issues between the two countries for the greater partnership.
Jamaica and the Republic of Korea have shared diplomatic ties since October 1962. Over the years, they have developed a number of agreements that govern this relationship.
We have bilateral investment treaty aimed at promoting and protecting active trade and investment. Moreover, we also have a visa waiver agreement and cultural exchange agreement to foster mutual reciprocal exchange and understanding between the two friendly countries. And I believe we can look forward to further development of such mutually beneficial bilateral linkages.
The ambassador was quick to point out that there are active moves to strengthen these ties.
Yes, in recent 2 years, several high-ranking officials, such as ministers and Speaker of the Parliament from Jamaica, visited Korea. And more Korean companies are coming to Jamaica. Based upon our shared experiences and united efforts, I believe we can further develop our ties, friendly ties.
Aside from the embassy's direct interactions with the government, they also provide services to the public. For example, they assist potential students who desire to study in Korea.
In particular, the master's degree course with a full scholarship is available through the embassy. Very recently, 6 qualified Jamaicans went to Korea to pursue their master's degree with this scholarship.
Another of the embassy's functions is to organize philanthropic efforts of companies and organizations in Korea.
Very recently, we coordinate donation of computers, hundreds of computers from the private sector in Korea to Jamaican Agricultural Society. And the embassy and Korean community are very much interested in community service in Jamaica. So we together painted elementary school at Port Royal, and we did some medical and food services in downtown Kingston. I also have a good memory of donating school uniforms to the students in the underprivileged region. And Korean company EWP also donated footballs to the students through the NGOs in Jamaica.
As a people, Koreans have a strong sense of culture, and they have not been shy about sharing their culture with the world. The embassy has initiated a number of programs to help bring a little of Korea to our shores.
We Korean Embassy hosts Korean Film Festival in Jamaica annually, and this year it starts on September 30 to October 8 in Kingston and Montego Bay. Television Jamaica has been airing Korean TV drama provided by the embassy. And we also hosted Korean dance and music performances earlier this year under the title of Arirang Rhapsody. And at that time, the performances were received by more than 1,000 Jamaican friends. In addition, we also organize Koika Alumni Evening, a Korean Lovers Forum, so that we can get together with the Jamaican friends who love Korean culture.
K-Lovers is the name given to Jamaican lovers of culture, and they all gathered at an event at the newly opened Korean restaurant Arirang. The throng was treated to delightful Korean dishes, Korean karaoke, anime drawings, and violin playing. Ambassador Lim and his staff were on hand to share in the festivities. The ambassador pointed out that his embassy recognizes and appreciates the love Jamaicans have for Korean culture.
We would like to have event to get together like a family and enjoy Korean food and share information on Korea, and we would like to invite any event we Korean Embassy organize annually.
It was also an occasion to celebrate Jamaicans who had participated in the Renewable Energy Training course. Two participants in the course, Richard Kelly, Technical Coordinator with the Environmental Health Foundation, and Aldington Smith, Director of Strategy at Jamaica Public Service, described their experience in Korea as fun, enlightening, and educational.
Learned a lot. It was an amazing experience, and it was an eye-opener for me. I learned so much.
Korea is a world leader as far as electrical systems are concerned. They have the lowest system loss, very high level of reliability, and their product, the price of electricity, is very competitive. 10 cents compared to 38 cents in Jamaica. So, as a JPSCO representative, there was a lot to see.
As a JPSCO representative, Mr. Smith pointed out that the Republic of Korea's focus on renewable energy particularly excites him, as that is the direction in which Jamaica is seeking to go as a country.